Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dave Jackson with Joe Severy on the mics, and we've got Hunter on the camera. BFA Comets will be taking on the co-op CVU Mount Mansfield Cougar Hawks. What's a Cougar Hawk sound like?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Kind of like they could just hear the catamount screech, you know, and with a little hawk on the end. No, I just can't do it.
Yeah, stay away from animal noises, Dave.
I can do a good cow. Ladies are all lined up, getting ready for the announcements. John Coffey on a mic below us here is doing the rink announcements. While he's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and reach out to our wonderful sponsors. And let's take a moment to thank our community sponsors that make our live sports coverage possible. Splish Splash Clean and Clear, Northwestern Rehab Services, Notch, Vermont, My Healthy Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, Stone's Auto Repair, St. Albans, East Fairfield, and Collins Pearly Sports Fitness Center. We'll pause and let the players come out. Ella Gilbert, net for CVU.
On defense, number 3,
Madeline Bissett, number 3, playing D.
on defense, number 16, Miles Bryan.
Miles Bryan, one of the pairs of twins coming out.
Starting at center, number 14, KB Aldridge.
KB Aldridge, 14.
Starting at left wing, number 23, Megan Rivard.
Number 23, Megan Rivard.
Starting at right wing, number 11, Maeve Gilbert.
Maeve Gilbert,
The rest of the CVU squad.
rounding off the CVU squad.
Now for your BFA Comet, number 31, Anna Hibbard.
Anna Hibbard starting between the pipes for the Comets.
On defense,
Great game against Middlebury the other night.
Yeah, that was a tight one, 2-1.
Yeah, with 38 shots on that goal, I guess. Jillian Smith coming out. And Marley Johnson on the points. I was watching on Live Burn.
Oh, you guys didn't go down?
No, Erin was out. She was sick.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to go, but it was a long ride. Gabby Frady's coming out.
We got to go to Middlebury on Sunday for my daughter's team.
Oh, so we got Callie Cushion and Lily Ferraro. So the number that Gabby Frady's needs to hit is 9 more.
Oh, she needs
Goals,
She's
not
got.
points.
Oh, she needs 9 more goals.
Her brother made sure to flag me down. We're going to have an anthem coming up now, folks. So stand out of your chair and take your hats off at home. Find a flag.
We're out there to support St. Albans Stadium Association with BFA teams.
That's right, I put it up on the
We appreciate all the volunteer hours and the many special people that are involved with the St. Albans Stadium Association. So thank you very much. We're happy to have you on our bench. And for those of you interested after the game, you get a tour of the
SAS Appreciation Night. A lot of youth hockey players here in their jerseys are all on the Comet bench right now.
Now we provide winter time for the playing of our national anthem.
They all got real happy faces. Here we go. Girls will put their helmets on and buckle up the chin straps and get ready to go for another great hockey game. Quick shout out to a few people out there. I got Aunt Yvette Severance, who's a loyal follower. She watches every game. Yvette, glad to have you on board. And Mike and Claudia Cabral down in Colchester with Roxy and Moxie. sitting on their chairs, I'm sure. Two little cats. And we got our loyal follower down in Florida, Mr. Brulette and his lovely wife, who I thought was his daughter the first time I met them. Nice job, Mr. Brulette.
Oh, yeah.
That's Chatham's grandfather and grandmother, number 3 for the Comets. Don't recognize this ref here. He looks like he's a happy guy.
He was here 3-4 weeks ago. We had him at one of the girls' games.
Real smile, a lot of smiles on his face. We'll see how that feels in a few minutes.
If this was a different channel, I got some ref stories to tell you about last weekend, but I'm going to let those go.
They do air after 9. Face off. It's kind of tied up by both. It spurts out towards number 16, Miles Bryan. She pops it into the zone, but Gabby Frades picks it up, pushes it to Jillian Smith. Jillian steps around KB Aldridge, heads up ice to Callie Cushion. Center ice off her stick and into the zone.
Callie's to the races.
Pushing it down. She's with Madeline Bissett following. Callie's got the puck coming around. Right in the front. Nice shot to Lily Ferraro, who just wasn't set up for the shot. Callie's there to pick up the rebound. Throws one in. Off the pad of Gilbert. Number 16, Miles Bryan coming up ice with it. Throws it over.
Throws it over Maeve Gilbert.
I wonder if that's Ella's sister. Picked up behind the net by Jillian Smith. Steps around one, misses it. Loses it right there in front, and it's picked up by number 18, I believe. Sophie Bryan, who backhands it over Anna Hibbard for the first goal.
18 or 19? 19.
19 is going through the line, so we're going to retract that and give it to Abby Bunting, the center.
Yeah. I didn't see an 18 out there, but
so
hard to tell with some of these jerseys.
That's the danger of when you cut up in front of the net like that.
And that, and you have the puck just roll off your stick.
Oh, we've got a...
Champlain wanted to change D, but the ref wasn't having it.
He's all over it. Bunting and Brulette on the draw. Brulette does a great job tying her up, but in comes Sophie Bryan, picks it up, but taken away by Michaela Kucher.
Little soccer play right there, kicked up to the Chatham with her skate.
You see a lot more of soccer and lacrosse in a hockey game now. Playing with the puck above the ice.
Yeah, I mean, you got to use all aspects of your skills, and sometimes that's your feet.
Stewart throws one in off a pad, and quick shot by McGinn on rebound, but it goes in the corner. Thrown back in by Jillian Matthews. A little bump there by Michaela Kucher. Knocks the girl down, but no call. Puck picked up by 19. Bunting throwing it up the boards. Intercepted by the Comets. Kucher throws it over the net. It's going to be picked up by Chatham Brulette. She's going to come back to Stewart on the blue line, but doesn't quite get there. Intercepted by number 17, Mackenzie Rivera, one of the other twins. Dumped out, but thrown back in by Matthews. The Comets go for a change. Here goes Addie Parent putting pressure on Bryan. Great job. Parent comes up with the puck, throws it out in front of the net, look for Storms. Gets eludes Storms, goes behind net, but Storms chases it down, throws it back out. It's going to be picked up by CVU. Cougar Hawks and brought back out. 18, Sophie Bryan gets across the red line, dumps it in. They're going for a line change. KB Aldridge giving pressure on to Isabel Stewart. Stewart does a little turnaround, gets away from her, throws it up the boards, try and get it out, but Miles Bryan keeps it in. No, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong number. That'd be number 12, I'm sorry. That's Alex Walpole. I was looking at her grade. I'll get there, folks. I will. I'm a little slow.
It's the numbers.
Yeah,
got to play the number. That came out.
That came out.
That came out from my point of view.
Yeah, off Walpole. It was about a puck and a half out, but her body was between the puck and the ref, so we'll give the ref one more chance before I say, hey, sir.
Smiley?
Yeah,
we call him Smiley?
That was Smiley.
That was Smiley.
Walpole chases it down in their own zone, comes up behind the net. Rolling up, a little pressure from Gabby Frades. Walpole steps around her, and she's moving up, and she's hitting Callie Cushion now. Callie Cushion does not let her go by. Touches it past, trying to get it to Frades in the middle, but goes a little bit too far in front. Great job by Ferraro there, tying up number 23, Megan Rivard. Puck goes deep into the CVU MMU zone. There's all these teams out here. We got Sophie Bryan coming up, but there's 3 Comets here to meet her. Comes down in the corner off of Gabby Frady's stick on the Emma Castor stick. She throws it up ice, looking for someone in the center again, but it hits Bryan.
I would think that
you can't
as
do that.
players, you would think you'd be like, okay, they just scored on that. Let's not do that.
No, we got to. It's been.
But that's been all year.
Yeah, it's been a long season. I really didn't have any gray hair until this season.
You mean with what hair you have, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Puck comes out of the zone. It's being picked up by Brulette, who dropped back to cover. She throws it across ice, hits Callie Cushion on the blue line. Callie picks it up, goes into the zone, and Brulette's got the wheels. It's just coming right in the zone with her.
Callie wanted to make that one move and get Chatham the puck, but
good pressure. KB Aldridge there over on Castor. Gets the puck in deep, still with it. She's coming out, trying to pop it in front of the zone, but Castor and Emma is there with it. Trying to come up ice, but KB's all over her again. Puck is now into the center. Rivard McKenzie throws it deep in the end. And, Isabel Stewart is in there, battling out with Maeve Gilbert. Stewart comes
Chatham.
out. Oh, Chatham. Little step around, clears the zone. Cushion's got the puck, kicks it off her skate because she couldn't quite get it to her stick. Sent back to the Comets, picked up by Stewart. Stewart comes in, across the red line, throws it, lets the Comets do a change. Behind the net, number 9, Cadence Tessier, coming up ice, steps around one, hits KB Aldridge. Aldridge throws it in. Oh, White, he's waving off. Smiley, he wants his game.
We're already not on a good note already with Smiley.
Smiley has a dinner date. He wants to get this game done. He's not blowing a whistle. Puck is behind the net now. Stewart passes it over to Johnson. Johnson up ice to Storm. Storm's going across him again. Off a stick, stays in the zone. McGinn, there's Addie Parent coming out, throws it in the middle. That is offsides, and he blew the whistle.
Yeah.
He needed a break.
Yeah, he was tired.
Up and down. You got to take a second.
I've never seen a ref with solid black stripes on their shoulder.
Well,
that's why I've seen him here before.
Those are some thick black stripes.
Maybe it was a boys' game. I've seen him here reffing.
Comets win the draw. Cross boards to Kate Storms. Kate's making a couple moves, steps into the zone, met by several CVU MMU players.
Poked off her stick right to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald took a shot, went up high.
Comets are going with the 2D and 1 center on the blue line now. They're keeping the center high. Castor loses the puck and picks it back up.
They started doing that last game?
They did. I think they do that when Aaron's not in net. I may be wrong. It just gives him a little more of a defensive posture. Great shot right there by Lamphere. Haley comes in on the line change. Puck behind the net. Coming up with the CVU MMU. Over here on the boards right below us, number 3, Madeline Bissett throwing it up, but it's going to be taken by Fitzgerald, sent back the other way, dumps it in. Comets going to go for a partial line change. Frady's is on the ice. She'll be chasing down Sophie Bryan, looking for a pass across, but Lily Ferraro's there, intercepts it. Great job, Ferraro getting in the zone.
Oh.
Jillian Smith picking it up, bouncing puck that comes back to the blue line. She skates it in, backhands it towards the net, intercepted by CVU. High shot by Gabby Frady's.
Went right by Gilbert's glove.
Just a little bit above the net, gets that down, and guess what? She only needs 8.
Gilbert was reaching around across her body, too, for that with a catch her glove.
Great job by Mackenzie Rivard stepping around Stewart, but Jillian Smith picks the puck up deep in the common zone, throws it out of the zone. Sophie Bryan picks it up, but pressure by Gabby Frady's. Frady's takes it and dumps it. She's going to go for a line change. McGinn's already on the ice. She's going deep to put some pressure on, and comes up with the pass, throws one wide of the net. That's the problem the Comets have sometimes. They'll play a whole game and they'll take 90 shots and hit the net 4 times.
Well, I think that's just more than just the Comets issue. I think that's sometimes all hockey teams.
Yeah. Well, they didn't miss the net apparently in Middlebury. That goalie had 40 shots, 38 saves on 40 shots.
So my daughter's team, we like to shoot the puck high and wide. We could be 3 feet in front of the net, but the puck's going over the net.
Yeah.
We have not tamed the situation to get it down. Hit the goalie. At least hit the goalie.
That U12 age, the goalies tend to go down, stay down, leave the net wide open up top.
Yeah, half the goals that team scored has been all upper corner.
A little banging around in the CVU MMU zone. I'm just going to say the Cougar Hawk zone, and they threw the puck out going for icing. It's going to come back down.
Probably be easier for you to say Cougar Hawks instead of CVU MMU.
What I'm not going to say is what CVU used to be called, because that's another
you
like a rice name.
You cannot say that.
No.
You cannot say Crusaders.
They get the nice, back in the day it was the red and white uniforms.
Yeah.
And, they look like what do they call those? Knights Templar.
Yeah, there was
which is big on Oak Island if you watch it. Could it be?
Could it be?
Oh my God, that show is It could have been a one-season show, and they turned it into 10 season. KB Aldridge with a steal coming in, a little semi-breakaway, but great back check by the Comets. Throws one in on Hibbard. Hibbard gloves it into the corner. Great job by the Comets to back check. Great job by KB Aldridge to pick that puck up and run. Here comes Chatham Brulette the other way. She takes one little step. Nice little, tried to do a little toe drag through Alice Walpole's skates, but no room. Walpole got her stick on it. Sent it the other way, and Marley Johnson picking it up, curling in front of the net. Wide open, nobody coming in on her, but she made a little move, steps around number 20, Olivia Brochu. Stopped there by number 22, Devin Taylor. Isabel Stewart getting it into the zone. Madeline Bissett throws it back out. Marley Johnson's going to pick it back up, but she's chased by number 22 for the Cougar Hawks, Devin Taylor. Now it's going to be picked up by number 3, Madeline Bissett, who pinched in. Throwing one towards the net, but knocked down by Isabel Stewart. She's now going to pop out of the zone, and Braylon Fitzgerald's on her horse, and she's got it. She's stepping in. She's got one CVU to beat. Steps around. Great job by.
If she could have got by 16.
Yeah, Miles Bryan. That's a big task getting by Miles.
Yeah,
Miles is a solid D.
Yep.
And here comes Kelly Cushion coming around the top. Lets one rip, and there it is. First goal of the game of the Comets. Kelly Cushion pulling it out of the corner, screaming across the top of the circles, and just lets one rip.
Right below the glove.
If Daddy Cushion's watching that, that's how you do it.
He's down there in the corner.
He had perfect view. That's how you're supposed to do it. Great job by Callie. She's going over. Is she going to do it? That was easy.
Oh, no.
She's going to dislocate her shoulder. I tried that once. I took out 2 panes of my plexiglass. Took 3 guys to get me back in the rink. A small crane would have helped. Gabby Frady to the draw.
They had the easy button back then?
Oh, it wasn't easy.
Or was it just for the beer that was in the bleachers?
It wasn't an easy button. It was a Big Mac. Everybody wanted a Big Mac back then. Nope, we got a wave off by Smiley. There's no icing on that.
That was a tip.
Yeah, he's got dinner plans. Behind the net, Lily Ferraro.
Early Valentine's Day dinner.
Ferraro and Walpole mixing it up a little bit, working hard.
Who's coming out with it?
That's Callie Cushion. Comes out looking to get it up to Frady's top, but there's interception there by one of the Bryan twins. That'd be number 18, Mount Sophie. Still banging in a corner. Cadence Tessier in there, coming out with it, but great job, Jillian Matthews, pinching down to the hash marks and pushing it back in. Step around on Walpole is Callie Cushion. Up to Castor. Castor touches it back in, but it's going to be passed from Bunting over to Sophie Bryan, but great job by Michaela Kuchar, excuse me.
Just rolled off her stick.
Mixing it up a little bit, and puck goes back into the Comet zone. Rivard in there with Castor. Gets up to the blue line. Pushed back in by number 3, Madeline Bissett. Right here at center ice. Nice high shot through a crowd of people by Sophie Bryan, and it just kind of lobbed it in on Anna.
I think it hit Chatham's glove. Chatham went up to glove it down, and I think it was just high enough where it tipped off her fingers.
She got her dad's vertical abilities. Chatham jumps like her dad, maybe?
Well, she didn't jump, so.
Her feet didn't leave the ice. Nice job by KB Aldridge keeping it low.
I actually think Brad can jump. I've seen him play pond hockey.
The only time I've seen him jump is when his wife yells to him. KB Aldridge in the corner doing battle with Kuchar. Comes back out in front of net. Hibbard gets her stick on it, then throws a glove down to hold it for the whistle. Kind of almost lost it after it came off her stick pretty hot.
Yeah, I think she was trying to sweep it back into the corner, get it out of the front, but kind of rolled up her stick a little bit and trickled down to her glove side.
1-1, 4:34 left in the first period. Brulette and Aldridge on a draw. Aldridge wins the draw. Gets it back. Good job by McGinn stepping up there and messing things up at the blue line and clears the zone. We picked up by number 3, Madeline Bissett, throws it back towards Comets, and we have our first penalty of the game. It's going to be Mara McGinn. Is this her first penalty? No, that's her second one this year. She got one in Essex.
Cross check.
She got one in Essex when her and Taylor Senecal met the boards together.
That must have been a good game, too. I haven't seen you since that game.
That was a great game.
Or the game before that.
Great game. Taylor Senecal's the real deal. But their whole team was playing well. Great job by the Comets coming out. Marley Johnson hits Kate Storms at the pass. Storms trying to shoot it through Miles Bryan, but no go. Sophie Bryan picking it up off the rebound of that shot, coming up ice with it. Not being able to set the power play up. Marley Johnson with the puck behind the net. Trying to step.
You got to get rid of it.
Yeah, you got to let it fly. Mackenzie Rivard took it off her stick, keeping it going. Sophie Bryan now with it. Throws one in, but it hits off the back of Jillian Matthews. Comes up to number 3, Bissette, who throws it in off a leg into the corner. Marley Johnson there. We got a high elbow right in the back of her head, but no call. Just mixing it up a little.
Smiley just wanted to go.
Dinner plans. I wonder if he's going to go where I'm going tonight. Puck comes back up to the blue line. 16, Miles Bryan takes it, throws it in. Hibbert to the side of her, and it's going to be picked up by Bunting, excuse me. Bunting throwing it back up to Bryan on the blue line, but it gets past her. Kate Storm's putting pressure on it. Number 3, Bissette now with the puck off of Bryan's stick. Backhands in his zone to Isabel Stewart for the Comets, who's trying to step around number 19, Bunting. Throws it out of the zone. We picked up by Bryan. Miles coming in. Off a deflection, just gets past Hibbert to the corner, but Miles falls it in. Gabby Frades picks it up, tries to clear the zone, knocked down by number 9, Cadence Tessier, throwing it into the corner, picked up by Isabel Stewart. Good pressure on Stewart, but Stewart's there. She's a strong girl, stays with it. She steps around one, and she's just got number 9, Cadence Tessier in front of her. She's going to take her wide. She's got a little room. She's still got Gabby Frades right in front of her. Throws one in instead on Ella Gilbert. Ella holds on. She had Gabby Frades
wide open,
who had about 4 feet of net to shoot. Now you got to give that puck up. I know, as a defenseman, you get in there.
You don't have very many chances, so you take the chances you're given.
You really develop tunnel vision. You want that shot. But I'll tell you, if she could have just kind of turned her head a little bit and saw Frades.
Yeah,
21 seconds left in the penalty.
Of course, she was on the end of her shift, too, and
CVU wins the draw, but they tied up in their zone a little bit too long, and Walpole finally gets it out into the Comet zone. Another one that was waved off.
Huh.
Jillian Smith behind the net there with KB Aldridge. KB Aldridge takes it and steps around, tries to do a tuck in, but Marley Johnson's there to meet her. Aldridge doing a great job keeping the puck and pressure on his own. Chatham Brulette now with it. She's got a little space, and she's going to need to develop more of that speed. Throws one in, off of Gilbert's pads, and Brulette almost made it from the top of the circle to the pads before they could kick it away. Chatham taken down by Aldridge in front. Callie Cushion, you missed the net by 5 feet on that one.
she took too many lessons from her dad.
Oh, she
didn't even pick her head up. Oh, it was like a one-time wrist shot. She collected right off and put it.
She's going to redeem herself right here. Oh, no, good job missing that. Little pressure by Brochu. Puck back down into the Cougar Hawk zone. Sent out by Bissette all the way across ice with number 22. Taylor. Taylor throws it in wide. Going to be picked up by Marley Johnson in the corner, pressured by Brochu. Johnson goes around the boards, and she's got Braylon Fitzgerald over there and Addie Parent. Fitzgerald getting pressure there, but she's staying with it.
She's battling.
There goes Addie. Parent. Addie just tips it by the 2 players and gets it up, and she's chasing it down. Deep into the zone. Bissette just throws it up towards the blue line. Stewart tries to step in and pinch off, but she misses it, and out comes the Cougar Hawks. Puck thrown in on Hibbert. She kind of losing her pass, but bits her glove on it. Number 20 for the Cougar Hawks, Olivia Brochu, throws one in.
Fitzgerald did a nice job back checking on that one.
Braylon's a hired worker. Got my sister Kim over in Milton. She's doing the grandmother duty watching her grandson. She's usually here, but she's watching us. She dropped the puck for the Pink the Ring game. Frades wins the draw to Stewart. Stewart throws it off the boards, goes all the way down for an icing. Smiley only had to skate 10 feet from that time the puck was dropped.
I think that's further than that. Your measurements aren't right.
He coasted. You can't count that. His actual feet pushed him 10 feet, then he coasted. I'm a coaster. I know what I'm talking about. You get the draw there. Here, the CVU is trying to, their Cougar Hawks trying to keep it in, but Frades is there. Good job by Walpole keeping Frades wide. Frades just trying to tuck it in, but Walpole's all over her.
She used the body.
Yeah, good defensive play. Walpole and Kuchar is the one that ran into the net in the game down in Cairns, and Kuchar was out with about 3 games or 4 games with a concussion. It sounded like someone hit that goalpost with a hammer. Puck banging around in the front, cleared out by Callie Cushion, sent back in by number 9, Cadence Tessier. Tessier again throwing it deep. Stewart's going to pick it up behind the net, pressured by Rivard and McKenzie. Stewart off the boards, up to Ferraro. Ferraro steps it past number 9, Tessier. Looking for Cushing, but it gets
We got about
faster.
6 seconds left.
Puck is coming up. Line change by the Comets, and it's going to end it right here. So here we got a 1-1 game.
Tight battle.
We'll see what the shots come out if Mr. Coffee has an accurate count, but I would say it's pretty even in shots, maybe.
I'm going to give the edge to CVU.
How many?
By 2.
2 by CVU. How many did MMU get?
1.
So
I think actually their goal scorer was from MMU. No, she's from CVU.
So a lot of seniors. This CVU team had a lot of juniors last year.
MMU. Can't just say CVU.
Number 1 at Ella Gilbert 5 for BFA number 31 Nina Hillard 4.
Oh, you're right. I was wrong. I said I thought they'd be the same. That was off.
I was off by 1.
Anna Hibbert with 4 saves on 5 shots, and Ella Gilbert with 5 saves on 6 shots.
Yep.
Look at that math. I mean,
You're quick.
folks at home, you're
Hey,
probably.
just so you guys know, if there's any school board members listening, Dave is a math teacher. If you need a sub, Dave's your guy.
All you got to do is
Just make sure the kids are healthy.
it's Common Core math. Any math problem you have to do is going to require 4 pieces of paper. You got to find your happy numbers, put them together, and then just keep bringing the happier numbers all together. It took me a while. When I started trying to do the math with kids, I kept hearing from the teacher, we're not teaching them that way. So I had to reteach myself.
Yeah, I don't even. The kids don't have homework to bring home anyways, but
They will.
No, that was a good first period. I think both teams battled hard. CVU had moments of control, and so did the Comets. And
Yeah, strong play from that, especially from the first 2 lines for the Cougar Hawks. Rivard, Bunting, Bryan, Rivard, Aldridge, and Gilbert are putting a lot of pressure keeping the puck deep. Their D, Bryan, Tessier, Bissett, and Walpole are really holding the line well and back checking well too. So we're not getting a lot of clean shots on our end.
no, and the Comets are back checking very well on what their scheme is for forechecking. They're making sure someone's back high, especially the center, and they're getting back when they are breaking down. Those centers and those wings are hustling back. They're covering up the open person and making sure those shots are limited to the outside for Annie.
Yeah, I think the Comets will achieve success if they pass the puck. They need one more touch on that pass before they shoot, because the players are there. They're open. They're not being covered. Right now, they're doing the initial shots, missing the net, getting a little anxious. But there's been a couple times out there where you've got a person on the far post, high slot right there and ready. You just got to start using them.
And I think too, and it's, I've coached this sport just like you have, Dave, and sometimes it's as coaches and as commentators or fans fans watching. It's easy to say that.
Oh yeah.
But you get out there and you're on the ice and you're in the play and you have a split second to decide. And sometimes you don't have that split second. And sometimes you don't have time to pick your head up and look and see who is open on the far side. And I'm not saying they shouldn't be passing more. They most definitely should be. But every player's in their own head sometimes, like I need to get a shot on net, get a whistle, get a rebound for one of my teammates to get there. They're not looking for that opportunity. And, Gabby was wide open.
Oh, God. That would
that would have been a sweet backdoor type of play. I mean, she was wide open. She had 3-4 feet of the net to shoot at. It's one of those things that when you're in the play, and I'm not saying Ferraro didn't realize she was there.
Oh, that was Isabel Stewart.
Oh, it was Stewart?
Yeah.
I thought it was Ferraro.
No, we got a defenseman that finally got a run, and she had a shot, and she's going to take it.
Yeah.
We can't blame him.
No.
It's we'll see some changes, I imagine, in the second period. You'll see him settle down a little more, put some shots on Gilbert. Gilbert's doing a great job seeing the puck. She's angling well. She's got to work on corralling it, holding on to those rebounds.
Yeah, it looks like her pads, I don't know if it's the build she has, but those pads look like they create a lot of rebounds.
Makes a different sound. They're popping off.
They're popping off, and it could be because the puck's not frozen too. I know that makes a difference for goalies too. If the puck is unthawed and soft.
I did a pregame scout. I walked the rink, checking out for any loose boards and glass, and I noticed there was a bucket of ice with pucks in it. But as the varsity boys are practicing, and the managers are in that same area with the heater cranked high. So those bucket of pucks could be in a soup.
So, when I played varsity hockey, we had 12 pucks in the freezer in the snack bar for our home games.
Really?
Yeah, they put them in the freezer.
But, I mean, that's a dangerous place, I would think. Isn't that where the Putin is?
That back then it wasn't Judy and Alan running the snack bar up there.
So it was safe to send you guys in to get the pucks?
Yeah.
Because you could sit there and
Yeah, Maha was running the snack bar back when I was in high school.
We had Randy Clark and John Boomhauer as managers, and if we were to send those two into the snack bar to get pucks out of the freezer, we probably wouldn't see them until the second period. I mean,
You might have to roll them out of the snack bar. Is that what you're getting
it's a
at?
good opportunity that we might have to send someone have to take their skates off and go out there and get them. But
Right.
yeah, that'd be a dangerous point.
Yeah.
But we had a great first period, folks. We got about another 7-8 minutes, so go ahead and take a bathroom break, get some snacks, and come on back. And Joe and I will be here to bring you the second period. We are Dave Jackson, Joe Severy back on the air, Northwest Access YouTube page, and we got to start this out with a test, okay? Randy, if you're out there, this is Randy, test 1, 2. Randy, can you hear?
Do you have to have your volume cranked now, Randy, on the TV to hear me?
Randy, does it sound like Joe and Dave are coming out of your TV?
Are we louder now? I'll be looking for your text, Randy.
We do appreciate you folks at home sending in any observations that might improve our broadcast here. I'm going to get this sponsorship here. Let's take a moment to thank our community sponsors that make our live sports coverage possible. Splish Splash Clean and Clear, Northwest Rehab Services, Notch Vermont, My Healthy Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, Stone's Auto Repair, St. Albans and East Fairfield, and Collins Prairie Sports Fitness Center. If your business would like to help sponsor our live coverage, please reach out to Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV. Check out their website for more details, northwestaccess.tv. We'd also, one more. We'd also like to thank Northwestern Counseling and Support Services and the Afterglow Foundation. The two organizations have been working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you are concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on its confidential emergency service line, 802-524-6554. Then press 1. Or you can just call or text 988. One call or chat can save a life. We're back now, Joe. What do you got?
Randy said we're loud.
Thanks, Randy.
That was a nice play by Callie. She crossed the blue line, back-fed Gabby.
I heard an ooh out of you as I was watching.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Feel free to jump in and say goal anytime.
Oh, I would if it happened, but.
So Miles Bryan keeps it in and pops back out to her. She lets a high shot go. I looked like I was sneaking past Anna, but nope, comes out in the front. Picked up by Emma Castor. Castor up to Cushion. Cushion right across to Ferraro. Ferraro's right back in on Miles Bryan. Steps around her, but Bryan pokes it to the corner.
Passing is pretty firm right now for the Comets.
Yes.
Nice
looking
and hard.
Good. They must have heard it. They must have had our broadcast on.
Yeah.
Sophie Bryan taking a puck off of Gabby Frady's stick, heading the other way, across the blue line. She's got Emma Castor stepping around her, but Castor does a great job tying her up. Frady's pops it back out of zone. Miles Bryan picks it up. Sends it back in, but her sister has to clear. CVU, MMU needs to clear. Cougar Hawks. Emma Castor comes up. Steps around Rivard. McKenzie loses the puck in that process, and Cadence Tessier picks it up, sends it back up to Rivard. Rivard over to Sophie Bryan. Sophie takes a shot, deflected by Michaela Kucher. Jillian Smith with it. Smith in the corner, being pressured by Bryan. Throws it around the boards behind the net, looking for Myra McGinn. McGinn taps it up and picked up by Kucher. Kucher's coming in. She's got Walpole. Walpole, great poke check by Walpole. Kucher loses her edge and falls and takes herself out of play in the end. Touch pass up to Sophie Bryan. Sophie backhands it in the zone. They're going for a line change. Picked up by Marley Johnson. Behind the net she comes. Steps around Rivard. Picked up by Isabel Stewart. Sent back in by number 9, Tessier. In the corner.
That sounded like a big hit.
That was a big hit. You got number 11 for the Cougar Hawks, Maeve Gilbert, making a little contact with Chatham Brulette. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, no. Cougar Hawks got a penalty.
Maeve Gilbert. That is one big piece of cake you're eating right there when you go to Chatham.
And it was the younger gentleman on the ice in the stripes that called it.
You said younger gentleman. Did you see his chin here?
Yeah, hey. I know.
That's white. That's white. He skates well.
I was trying to be polite.
The Comets on their first power play. Face off won by Frady's. Gets back to. Oh! Don't you.
Oh, that was all post.
Oh, my gosh. Chatham Brulette rips one from the point. That was just solid post. Frady's with it. Throws one in off the pads.
A lot of rebounds given right now.
Great.
Comets need to jump in on it. Man, Comets are going to the penalty.
Great job by Bryan on that. A little effort here. Who's it going to be?
Unsportsmanlike.
Lily Ferraro, she got tied up with Miles Bryan, and then Miles Bryan's stick goes into the corner. So I don't think Lily's very happy about that. That's not her style of play usually. But who knows? I missed it. I did see the stick go flying. I didn't see how.
What was it, 2 games in a row there a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
They might have watched the broadcast.
You know when you said kids have a split second to decide, I watched myself play in men's league on Live Barn once, and I thought it was a split-second play. And I did the actual timing after I watched it. It was like 5 seconds. I still didn't get the shot off. Cushion steps around KB Aldridge, comes out of the zone with the puck, gets it in, but it's off a stick. It's going to be off of Miles Bryant's stick and into the Comet bench.
I think Erin just made the catch on the bench.
Tell you, her gloves work.
Yeah.
She's protecting her goalie coach, Ben Love, but Ben's giving her props, tapping her on the shoulder. You know, Ben's recently married, so. Oh, look at that. Nice shot by Brulette. Rebound.
Rebound's there.
Cushion was there trying to put it back in.
Comets have got to jump on those rebounds quicker. And
coming up ice right now, be number 23, Megan Rivard, met by Gabby Frades. Slows her down enough. Chatham Brulette pushes it back the other way. KB Aldridge now kicks it up. Throws it into the zone, but it's going to be picked up by Isabel Stewart, who turns, comes up ice. She's got some room to skate. Going to be pressured by Sophie Bryan. Just throws it down in the corner, and then she's just going to follow it in, and Miles Bryan's picking it up behind the net. Throws it up ice. He's looking for number 19, Bunting. But it snaps past her, and it's going to be picked up by Sophie Bryan. Sophie Bryan on a breakaway. Anna Hibbert's right there, squared up. No goal. Nice job, Anna, keeping her out. Puck wide. Chatham Brulette now picking it up. Bunting putting pressure on her. Chatham did a nice little jab step a couple times with that shoulder, just kept Bunting off and pushes it back over to Isabel Stewart the other way, and Stewart comes up ice with it. She's got a little room.
The defense need to get changed. They're tired.
And there she comes. Look at you, Joe. You're coaching from the booth. Chatham heard you. Puck deep into the zone. Miles Bryan throwing it up ice. She's looking for Bunting. Pinched in Emma Castor on the blue line, keeps it in, but then Emma loses the puck. Michaela Kucher picks it up, retreats towards the Comet zone, now turns the other way. Cross ice, she's got Stewart. Stewart goes looking for Castor, but gets past Castor, picked up by Kucher. Kucher, top of the circle, throws one wide of the net. Picked up by Myram again on the boards. Backhands it towards the net. It's going to be picked up by number 9, Tessier. Tessier trying to come out of the zone with it. And again, kept her back in. Now, number 11 for the Cougar Hawks. Attempting to get in the zone, but there's a little too many moves on the blue line for an offsides.
And the Cougar Hawks got 10 seconds left of their power play.
Game's moving pretty fast.
It is. It's going by quick.
Still 1-1, folks. 10 minutes, 26 seconds left of the second period. KB Aldridge on the draw with Gabby Frades. Gabby was acknowledged in the free press today for breakout players.
Yeah, top 10 for girls hockey. I was going to say D1, but there was a couple D2 girls in that.
Yeah, she was also earlier in the year was a player to watch. So she's having a heck of a year. Puck comes back up to the blue line. Emma Castor lets one loft in, and Ella Gilbert swats it down and holds onto it.
After the rebound.
Face-off going to be Gilbert's left side, glove hand. Frady's on the draw, KB Aldridge again. KB seems to be doing every draw for CVU, MMU. Won by, we got another one off the post. One by Frady's, picked up by Cushion, throws one in through the legs, off the post, and just scoots to the corner. Look at the pressure. Great job by the Comets. They're not giving up.
Come on, keep it in.
Aldridge trying to clear it, and it finally does get past Jillian Matthews. Jillian kicked it in for a second, but it comes right back at her. Castor now with it. We got another. Goalie's hurt.
Goalie's hurt.
She had Ella Gilbert. I didn't see where.
Collarbone?
She might have got a pad came unloose. I don't know if she's hurt or if it's a pad came unloose.
She was gasping for air like something happened, but.
Looks like there's an adjustment going on.
Someone also lost a mouth guard, it looks like.
That happens every other play. But the part that I watch the girls pick it up and huck it to the bench. Coaches just like kind of cringe when they catch it, but they wash it off, give it back to them. Yeah, Gilbert was under a lot of pressure right there that play.
No, that was a lot of pressure by the Comets, and they stayed on the rebounds.
So she looks like she might have gotten a shot to the left shoulder, but she's ready.
Yeah.
She's okay.
It looked like it took her right where the collarbone is.
She had a little stinger. She's not coming out of this game.
No. Why would you want to do that, the way the game is played?
Well, you're hurt.
You
look at
toughen up. Let's go.
You look at soccer and basketball pro injuries and how little it takes for them to leave the game. Then you look at a college or junior or NHL hockey player, and
their neck's got to be broke for them to leave the game.
I mean, you're losing teeth, getting stitches.
Yeah.
Who was it got stitched up the other day after some teeth were removed, and after the game they had to pull the stitches because he had a tooth still broken in his lip.
Yeah.
And he's still playing. And he got the assist on the winning goal. Hockey players are different. Sophie Bryan over there pops it behind the net. Frades picks it up. Pressure by Rivard. Castor there, one hands it up to Cushing. Cushing into the zone. Lets one rip, a little wide of the net.
A little wide.
They got to hit that net. Puck back in the corner. Cushing stops with her skates, but great job by Bissett getting in there.
Well, Callie's going to the box, hooking or holding.
Oh, Ella's gonna make. No, she's not. Nope. Here comes.
That's too many men.
Sophie Bryan. Yeah, I don't know if they'll call that too, but yeah, CVU had the goalie was 20 feet from the boards, and they still put the player out. In comes.
USA Hockey mandates the goalie has to be on the bench before the player leaves the ice.
Yeah, and you get a goalie. Look at all the pads she wore, and that poor girl must have stepped on something 4 times right here between the blue line and red line.
I think she stepped on her strap because her strap is pretty close to her skate blade.
Yeah, and to get a goalie through the door and on that bench, it almost defeats the purpose of having them come because it's the puck should be touched up by then.
So we were down in Middlebury, I don't know, 3 weeks ago with my son's team, and the goalie thought one of our goalies wasn't starting, so he thought he could just climb over the boards like the players does. He ended up on his back.
Oh, that happens. Puck was picked up by Isabel Stewart in a face-off. She threw that right up on the old side dish, right around the boards and up and out of the zone. Deep in the CVU MMU zone, a little shot by Addie Parent. Gilbert holds onto it. 1 minute, 40 seconds left in the period. The penalty, excuse me, for the power play. For
8:19 left in the period, Dave. Get your numbers right.
Their numbers all over that board. KB Aldridge on a draw with Parent. Parent keeps it deep. Kate Storms just turns and throws it in front of the net, looking for a yellow jersey, but there's nothing but blue jerseys there. Gets back to the blue line. Isabel Stewart dumps it back in behind the net.
She almost had the pass in front.
Storms picks it up. Tip pass off a stick. Stewart gets it again, throws it just wide of the net. Parent just throws it in the front, looking for a deflection off a body, but it's going to be pulled out by Megan Rivard. Up into the Comet zone, pressured by Parent. Parent takes it away from Rivard. Goes behind their own net. Hanging on with the puck. Got plenty of room to skate. She just went around 2 people there. Addie's coming up, trying to step around Walpole. Walpole's just got a really good poke check. Thrown in, and it's going to be corralled by number 9, Tessier. Tessier coming up ice with it. Got plenty of room to skate. She's got Jillian Smith and Stewart. Throws one in on Hibbard. Anna holds onto it for the whistle. 48 seconds left in the power play. Still 1-1. Something's got to break.
Tight game. You know, it kind of has that feel of, unfortunately, the next goal is going to win the game.
This is early for you to say. I'm
and I feel like it's going to be a rebound, just a puck bounce in front of the net. It's just something. It's not going to be a pretty goal.
That's a pretty big call, second period.
I know.
Comet's trying to clear it up. A great job by the Bryan sisters keeping it in. And it does clear the zone finally. Miles back checking to pick it up. Pressure by Michaela Kucher. Turns, throws it up ice. Jillian Matthews picks it up, throws it back. Miles still has it. Gets it around McGinn and out of the zone, but Chatham Broulette's there. Pressure on Rivard, keeps it in. Push it back into the Coolcog zone. Miles Bryan coming up ice, a little backhand pass, trying to get cute, but Michaela Kucher's there, intercepts and throws it back in, but now it's coming out by number 3, Bissett.
We got 11 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Comets.
Bissett loses it, but it's picked up by Bunting. Bunting throws one in off of Hibbard's leg pads to the corner, and we picked up by Megan Rivard.
Comets are even now.
Rivard.
Got to get in there. Got to get in there, Lamphere.
Here comes Lamphere coming hard from the bench after the penalty ended. We picked up by number 3, Bissett. Bissett throwing it up ice, but she hits Jillian Matthews throwing it across ice. No one there but a blue jersey coming the other way, Mackenzie Rivard. Good back checking by Lamphere and McGinn. Off Lamphere's pads and out of the zone. Keeping pressure on right there. And Gabby Frades is over there to assist. And Gabby picks the puck up. She pushes it in the zone, kicking it all the way in.
Soccer plays again.
Oh, yeah, there we go. She's a Georgia girl. A lot of soccer families over there. Puck trying to clear out. Frades knocks it down with her pad. Slaps it over to Lamphere. Haley Lamphere. Good pressure on by Mackenzie Rivard on Lamphere. Picked up by Bissett now. Turn around, throwing it back up to Mackenzie Rivard. Gets past her to Jillian Matthews. Off her skate, deep into the corner again. Lamphere sends it back into the corner. All the way behind the net, Lily Ferraro. Looking for a gold jersey. She finds it in the former number 3, Chatham Brulette. Throws in an off a leg pad.
Yeah, that hurts.
Abby Bunting.
That's stinging.
And she caught that right in the front of her leg pad. That should have been an icing. Great look pass. A little too strong. You had Callie Cushion between the red and the blue line right there by the Novus glass next to the Mimos sign over there. Now that I'm thinking about pizza.
Is that where you guys are going for dinner?
No. We're going to be going down to Twigs, I believe. We got one of our moms there, old side dish, hockey mom. They set up the reservation.
So all parents are going, or just a select few?
Everybody's invited.
Nice.
But I think as soon as I replied, there's a lot of people saying, I'm busy. So I'm not sure what's going on. I don't eat that much.
No, I think it's probably the commentary.
I won't commentate there, other than say Miller. And one more. Puck comes back up out of the Comet zone. Stewart throwing it in deep. Gets cleared, and coming up ice is number 22, Devin Taylor. Across the top, throws one in, and there it is. Goal number 2. Devin Taylor throws a high shot to the corner, glove hand side of Anna Hibbard. She came in on the right side, then flashed across the top right in the center. That's kind of the same spot where Anna was when, what game were we here? We're right here. U32.
U32.
The Drury girl came in across top circle and just came down right, flashed to the center, and just let one rip high. So your prediction means game's over right now. We should go home?
No.
I think the Comets got 3 more in them. CVU so wound up by that goal they forgot to send their defense. Yeah, here they come. Walpole and Tessier to the
center out.
Probably because they had to wait for the
Yeah.
draw. Pushed all the way back to the Comet zone. Stewart picks it up behind the net, throws it around, hits Kate Storms on the far side, pressured by number 23, Megan Rivard. It's going to come out in the form of Addie Parent skating it out. She's got Braylon Fitzgerald up ice. Deflected off KB Aldridge's stick, goes into the corner. Walpole and Fitzgerald in there. Working hard. Number 3 for the Cougar Hawks, Bissett, coming up ice. Pinched in by Marley Johnson. But still clears the zone. KB Aldridge coming up. Carrie Beth with one move. Loses it in her skates, but kicks it forward. Still cleared out by Isabel Stewart. Good job. Miles Bryan throws it in. Back into the zone. Picked up by Stewart, throws it back out. Marley Johnson now has it. She's looking to go across ice, whiffs on it, and picked up by Mackenzie Rivard. Mackenzie Rivard to Miles, or Sophie Bryan. Nice little attempt right there by Mackenzie Rivard, looking for Sophie Bryan in front of the net, but Anna Hibbard jumps on the attempted pass after Sophie was tied up. 4:06 left in the second period. 2-1 CVU MMU Cougar Hawks. Shot to Hibbard. She just puts her glove on it. What's the matter? You've never heard a Cougar Hawk?
No, you can't say I have.
If anyone at home knows what a Cougar Hawk sounds like, send it in.
We're curious.
Cougar. Wow. Hawk would be a... I don't know. I'll put it together. Puck is down the corner. Caster in there and working hard with the bunting. Frades comes in there. Great job diving deep, helping out the D. Comes out of the zone with it. Ferraro throws one over everybody.
You can't make up your mind if you're going to call icing or no icing?
Well, Smiley was below us. I couldn't see his arm signal, but Ferraro was 5 feet shy of the red line, and she lobbed the puck. It was like eye level with us up in the booth here.
I mean, I could have reached out and grabbed it. But.
Joe, I've seen your hands. I'd have had to hold on to your boot, keep you from falling in. That'd have been a headline.
Oh, wait, here we go. Having a conversation.
Okay, so the Smiles down below us, he was calling offsides, and the other ref was calling icing, which is an appropriate call. But the coaches are questioning the ref because he said he called offside. But it's where it's supposed to be. Face-off drawn back to Jillian Matthews by Frades. Matthews picks it up, goes around the net. Trying to throw it up the boards, but it came off a sharp bounce back to the front. Cougar Hawks throwing it in, number 3, Bissett. Hits a body, goes in the corner. Matthews is in there with Mackenzie Rivard. Comes back out to the front. Sophie Bryan throws 2 shots, one on net and then one just bounced past. Still having a hard time clearing it. Here it's out of the zone now. Lily Ferraro's in there battling with Abby Bunting. Puck comes over to number 3, Bissett. Off a stick. Paredes from Ferraro.
Oh, she was looking for Ferraro.
Yeah, she was nice thought as Cushing and Frades and Ferraro were trying to set up in the zone. Puck comes in softly, and Ella Gilbert just steps on it. You can see him just setting it up, and they're making eye contact with it. Just could not complete the play. They're thinking, which is an important part here. We got 3 minutes on the dot left. 2-1 in the second period, folks. There's a lot of hockey left. Chad and Brulette on the draw with KB Aldridge. Won by Aldridge over to Walpole. Walpole curls, goes back in the corner behind the net. Pressure by Brulette. Goes up the boards. Oh, KB Aldridge off of the Stewart stick with a kick of her skate. Kicks it too far. She would have been on a little breakaway there, but kicked it all the way down the length of the ice, and Anna Hibbard wisely covers it up. Face off going to be to the Hibbard's glove hand side. Brulette and Aldridge on the draw again. Tied up a little bit by both centers, but Brulette is able to kick it back to her, Stewart. Stewart throws it up ice. Michaela Kuchar now with it into the zone. Another poke check by Walpole, but pokes it right back to a Comet, but KB Aldridge dives in and takes it up. Gets it out of the zone, steps past Brulette. Kuchar's putting pressure on. Aldridge dumps it in, goes in behind the net. Gilbert and Stewart giving pressure, but Stewart comes out with the puck, curls back away from Gilbert. Going across ice, dangerous. Good thing that was going hard and gets past a pinching Cougar Hawk, but Myra McGinn now has it deep in the Cougar Hawk zone. Throws it around the back of the net. Kuchar has it now, looking for Stewart at the point. Stewart curls over the top of the circle, backhands it over to Jillian Smith. Smith throws one in, off a skate, just past the net. Picked up by Kuchar behind the net. Brulette and McGinn are in front of the net, just waiting. Comes back Jillian Smith. Smith another shot towards net. Another through a crowd of bodies. And reaches Gilbert's leg pad. Kicks it to the side. Cleared out by Mackenzie Rivard, and it's going to be
icing.
We'll get there. Yes, it will. Great shot by Jillian Smith through a crowd.
So Comets are doing the right thing. They're setting two out in front, waiting for the defense to shoot and get the rebounds.
Let me tell you right now.
But they're taking chances on the back end.
Yeah, you get McGinn and Brulette in front of the net. Good luck moving them.
Yeah.
Moving one is one thing. Moving two, not happening. Good job by Parent on the pressure right there on the face-off with Arnaldi. Puck gets thrown in a crowd of bodies in front, knocked down. In behind the net is going to be picked up by Miles Bryan, throws it around with pressure from Storms, and it clears the zone. Icing is waved off. Addie Parent chasing it down, pressured by number 22, Devin Taylor. Gets out of the zone. Kate Storms is right there. Pushes the puck past Bissett, gets it deep in the zone. Bissett and Bryan in the corner there. Throwing it back up the board. Addie Parent kicks it back into the corner. Addie's just working.
Battling. She's battling.
Always does. Our girl's working hard this year. Bissett trying to come out of the zone with it. Great pressure there by Haley Lamphere. It does clear finally, and picked up by number 20, Olivia Brochu, who throws it at the length of the ice. Smiley's got his arm up. Someone must have called and said they're running late, so he can blow the whistle. We won't be able to seat you.
Reservations got pushed back a half hour. You're okay.
So let the game roll. When they put their arm up like that and look at the bench, I almost want to wave back to them because it looks like they're waving to us. Good job by Frades.
There's only a couple of refs that will wave back to you, and he's not reffing tonight.
Good draw by Frades, and then she ties up the center so Cushing could come in and pick the puck up and make another attempt, but it goes wide. It's in the corner. Comes back to blue line, thrown in by Frades. Lily Ferraro right now is really getting pressure by Walpole. Picked up by 19. Abby Bunting comes around the corner with it, but Cushing has it. She's looking for a potential pass, but great job by number 9, Tessier Holt, tying her up behind the net. Tessier now has the puck, loses it with pressure from Ferraro. Comes back up, Frades taps it in toward Cushing. Too many bodies for Cushing to go through. Bouncing puck gets back to Ferraro, who throws it back towards the net. And that'll do it for the second period. Good pressure by the Comets, so they just couldn't get to the net. They kept it in the zone.
Yep, each team hit a post. We hit 2 posts, actually. Callie hit one, and Chatham hit the one.
Period 4, CVU number 1, Ella Gilbert, 13 for game total 18. For BFA number 31, Ann Hibbert, 5 for game total of 9.
So
We
Hibbert,
doubled them up in shots, 18-9.
Hibbert with 5 saves for a total of 9, and 13 saves for Ella Gilbert this period for a total of 18. So, yeah, they got 18 saves. Comets with 9 saves, but the score is a big difference on the board.
2-1.
2-1.
Cougar Hawks. This period was definitely, I want to say, in favor of the Comets.
Yes, but like you did make that note that the Comets were putting more attention towards the offense and taking some away from the defense, creating more opportunities for CVU, which probably led to that second goal.
I think what they're doing is the right game plan for them, but you want your defense to take the shots, put the shots on net, but you're also taking that chance of those shots getting blocked. And, yeah, that led to, one of those shots got blocked, kicked out. It was an odd man rush.
Yeah, and that's what happens. Great shot.
Yeah, nothing against
Anna was the goals you're seeing right now. I think on both our goalies, Anna and Aaron, a lot of them have come with
Ellen and Anna.
No, Comet goalies for the season, where the players are crossing left and throwing back right.
Yeah, and that's a smart thing. As a goalie dad or a goalie coach, you want to make those comments to your kids that are goalies that you got to be aware of going back a shot against the grain.
Yeah, don't cheat so much.
Right, and these players are smart. With what is taught to these kids nowadays versus when I played or when you played, I mean, we were always taught, yes, shoot against the grain, but now with the moves and the stick jabs and everything else, these kids some of them are training 12 months a year.
Yeah.
And others are training 9-10 months out of the year. So all that extra ice time, you're just improving your skating ability and improving your moves that you can put on a defenseman put on the goalie.
The kid from Essex there, Taylor Senecal, who's going to Colgate, she's training probably 6 hours a day, every day.
Yeah.
And that's outside of her regular hockey team practice as well.
And then, when she's not playing for Essex, she's going wherever, Michigan, Mass, wherever.
Detroit.
Her other teams are. Little Caesars.
Yeah. Kids, it's a whole different animal now. Where everyone's specializing. Where I played 3 sports and then had all-stars after each season. So
I played 2 sports.
But it makes for a better rounded athlete, I think.
Yeah,
less
I think you see a lot of kids still doing multiple sports. It's just when that second sport is done for them, when they're focusing on hockey and they're playing softball, as soon as softball's done, they're back to full tilt, 10, 12 hours a week, extra on the ice or more, depending on what the parents can do or what is available to that player. And the 3 sport athletes you got going on that are playing soccer, then hockey, and then lacrosse or whatever their spring sport is, baseball, softball, once that sport ends, they're focusing on hockey. Whether it's a Monday night practice, they have soccer practice at 4, done at 5, they're going to wherever, 802, Carnes, wherever there's ice, they're getting on the ice and they're improving their skills.
And for the girls, there's a lot like the Anna Hibbert. You notice that she goes through off the ice, the G4H on her helmet. G4H is specializes with just training for young girls and
girls for hockey.
Yeah,
people don't know what that stands for.
Girls, number 4, hockey, G4H. But they'll take girls, and like all these other spots that Joe was mentioning, a lot of the high level kids are going there. If you get that kid that really likes the game and enjoys it, but doesn't feel they're as good as everyone else, and they want to get some great training to develop into that, I would give G4H a shot. Even if you're a top tier player, G4H has got something for you. But it's new. I'd say in the last 4 years, it's really grown.
Yeah, the girl that runs G4H, she is the St. Meg's coach.
Yep, she's done a great job and wonderful woman to work with and very accommodating. But we got 8 minutes here. Joe and I are going to sign off and see you guys in a few more. So get your snacks. We got a great game. The Comets are going to have to come out and get it fired up to catch back up.
They came out hot in the second period. I don't see that dying down anytime soon for them.
Yeah. So let's come on back and we'll give you another great period of hockey. Thanks for listening. Here we are, folks. Dave, Joe, and Hunter back for the third period. The refs are going to put the nets in place. The Comets are hitting the ice. The Cougar Hawks are flashing in on their end. Oh,
I won't ever get enough of that. I'll have to get that recorded so I can just listen to it once in a while in the off season.
I'll tell you. Looks like we might have a change in the Comet net here. Or Aaron just likes to stretch out in front of everybody. I'm not sure.
Probably both.
So.
Yeah, I see Anna just skating around. Must be the.
I'm trying to pull up, put a little fire here and let push full forward on offense, and hopefully Jackson can do her job between the pipes. Oh, I could sing. I mean.
No, you can't. Don't sing.
I'm telling you right now.
No, you can't.
I've won karaoke challenges before, and I think I've.
At what? Where? Second grade?
No, J.W. Ryan's, the Abbey. I'm telling you, people came just to watch me. I mean, I did have to stand on a chair so they could see me.
Or the bar.
Or the bar, because I'm a little short. But, yeah, Aaron Jackson is heading into the pipes. Cougar Hawks taking another hot lap around that net. Led by KB Aldridge, senior captain. KB and my daughter Erin played a lot of hockey together in their younger years. It's hard to believe they're both seniors.
Hey, man, the time is flying by.
Next year, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
You're going to be doing this still.
I don't know.
Yeah, you will.
I probably will if Paul Snyder has me back. But, I mean, Paul's got options.
Like who?
And he's got a... There's a homeless guy living out behind the building. Chatham Brulette going to be on the draw with KB Aldridge. Smiles with the drop of the puck. Great job by Chatham. Not only does she just win it, but she ties up the other center. Puck does come into the Comet zone a little deep. Marley Johnson picking it up. Going up the boards with it. Off a leg. Picked up by Mara McGinn, who steps around Bissett. And up to Michaela Kucher. Kucher now in. Lets one rip. Oh, over the net. Comes up to Jillian Smith. Taps it back down the corner. That was a good hard shot by Michaela Kucher.
But she had two girls wide open.
We talked about stuff like that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Marley Johnson goes down, pinches and keeps it low, but it's cleared out of the Comet zone. You got to watch out to your backside, Jillian Smith. First shot on Jackson, soft one, push it to the corner. Mara McGinn picks it up, trying to go across the middle again, but off a great job of Mackenzie Rivard keeping it in. Jillian Smith now comes up ice, hits Brulette. Brulette goes across to McGinn, past her stick, but McGinn chases it down, dumps it in the zone. She's coming in for a change, but Chatham Brulette is going deep, putting pressure on Miles Bryan.
She almost got it.
Yeah, just skated by the puck a little bit, but she got enough of Bryan's stick. Puck is cleared off Marley Johnson's skate, but it's going to stop right at the hash in front of Jackson. She picks it up and throws it out of the zone. Bunting passes it over to Tessier.
Gabby's there to knock it in the zone.
Great train for 80s. She is just all over. Good hustle. Sophie Bryan gets knocked off the puck by Lily Ferraro. Jillian Smith picks it up ice for Cushing, but Cushing was challenged by Arnaldi. Puck does end up in the Cougar Hawks zone. Tessier throwing it up the boards. Gets it past Sophie Bryan. Now it's on Callie Cushing's stick. Backhanding across the zone. Drops it to Stewart. Stewart steps in. Back to Cushing. Fires. Score! Oh, that was puck movement right there, Joe.
That was a gorgeous drop. I don't even know if it was a drop pass, because if it was a drop pass, it would have went to Gabby.
It was, well, let's just say she meant to drop it to Gabby, but it got to Isabel Stewart. Stewart skates in, sends it back over to Cushing, set up on a face-off dot, who lets it rip.
Easy button again.
Oh, don't hurt yourself, Callie.
Oh, she did it later.
No, she says, I'm not leaving. Look at her laughing. Telling you, Callie, 2 sheets of glass I took out. Brady's on a draw.
But that was for a Big Mac, Callie. That wasn't the easy button.
I tell you, and I kind of probably, I might have stayed longer on that Big Mac sign than I should have too. Okay, but we're back to the game now. Puck into the Cougar Hawks zone, but sent right back out. Taylor throwing it up ice, but Frady's chases it down, curling back the other way, steps by number 13, Arnaldi. Kate Storms with it, throws one just a little wide of Gilbert, goes into the corner. Stewart charging in deep to pinch it in. Jillian Matthews right there behind the supporter, doing a great job tying it up. It does finally clear the zone, but Isabel Stewart's back checking, takes the puck off a Brochu's stick, and skates in behind Jackson. Coming up ice, stops, backhands it over to Addie Parent. Addie gets it knocked off her stick by KB Aldridge, who backhands it to Jackson. She kicks it to behind the net, and Parent picks it up from there. Up ice, looking for Lamphere Haley.
Just off her stick.
Comes back to Stewart, coming out of the zone, throws it in off a couple skates and deep into the Cougar Hawk zone.
Parent putting pressure on.
Oh, great job by Addie charging in deep, putting pressure on Brissett there. Puck does come up. Cleared up ice, and number 11, Gilbert, crossing, throws one in. Glove hand by Jackson. She's going to hold on to it. Good job by Maeve Gilbert, throwing one in on Jackson and just charging through, following her shot.
You know, Cougar Hawks do it.
The Cougar
They
Hawks.
need to shoot more. Aaron just came in the game, been on the bench for 2 periods.
Oh, I bet when she was on that bench, she was probably getting nice and warm. So, she saved Ben Lovelet, you know?
Yeah.
So her glove hand's ready. Puck is in the Comet zone. Jillian Smith trying to backhand it out, but too many Cougar Hawks there, putting pressure on, keeping it low. Puck comes around behind the net, and Myra McGinn's picking it up, coming up ice. Steps are trying to step around Arnaldi, and Arnaldi took the worst of that one. It does finally clear by Castor. McGinn takes it off of Tessier's stick, throws it in deep, going for a line change. Comets are off, they got a turn. Puck does clear back. Emma Castor off her stick, goes deep back in the Comet zone, pressured by Mackenzie Rivard. Gets it over to Cushing. Jumps past Cushing's stick onto her stick. Oh boy, dangerous shot.
Yeah, that was a screen by the defenseman.
Great shot by Mackenzie Rivard right through Jillian Smith's legs, and Aaron was set up right behind her. Good thing she was down in the butterfly. Otherwise, oh, if she's standing there just like that, that's in. Draw tied up by CVU. Going to be controlled by BFA. Isabel Stewart behind the goal line with it, crawling behind the net, pressured by Bunting. Still with the puck, coming up ice. Clears it. She's got some room now. She's in the zone. Frady's on her right side, trying to go through 2 more Cougar Hawks.
That's the pass.
Comes back up ice by Mackenzie Rivard. Rivard over to Sophie Bryan. Sophie Bryan loses it, but kind of pulls it back through her skates, but taken away by Frady's. Yeah. Puck is cleared all the way back down to number 3, Bissett. Bissett goes across ice to Miles Bryan. Miles Bryan up ice to Mackenzie Rivard. Off a couple sticks, and here's Gabby Frady's trying to clear the zone, but Sophie Bryan's there. Mackenzie Rivard now taking it, but off her stick goes Callie Cushing. Callie Cushing all by herself, crawling into the zone. She could have cleared Sophie Bryan on that. She might have let one rip. Great job of Sophie Bryan getting a puck on the stick, or stick on the puck, excuse me. Sent back down the Comet end. Marley Johnson picking it up. Up ice off of Stewart's stick out of the zone. Miles Bryan throwing it back into Stewart's, picking it up, coming out of the Comet zone. She's looking. She's got Callie Cushing on the blue line, but too many Cougar Hawks right there to keep her from going in. Puck sent by the Cougar Hawks off a tip, so no icing all the way back to the Comet end. And Shannon Bruletta will pick it up, pressured by number 13, Arnaldi. Comes around the boards with it to Myra McGinn. McGinn looking for that cross-ice pass. The Comets do that.
She wanted that one-time pass.
They do that no-look pass across, looking for a wing on the far side. And there's a big body right there. Stewart runs into Bissett below us. Bissett got a little winged on that one. Bissett coming off the ice. I'll talk about this after the shot. Bissett coming off the ice, and Walpole jumping on, knocks down one of her own players, picks a puck up and brings it into the Comet zone for the shot. But now it goes back the other way, icing on the Comets.
That was a big hit.
You heard, I mean, we couldn't see it, but my feet, you felt it.
I didn't feel it.
I could feel it in my feet.
Well, you're a little shorter, so the vibration.
Actually, Joe, it would be lighter, because if I felt it in my feet.
No, it's the vibration.
If there's an engineer at home that wants to call in. Face off with Addie Parent, KB Aldridge. Great job by Aldridge putting a puck in on Jackson. Aaron thought about
letting it play, but she's like, I'll get the whistle.
I thought she was going to try to make a pass. The Storm's up here on the side.
Wow.
That's one of those split-second ones. Draw gets controlled by the Comets, and Storms comes out of the zone with it. Off her body on a poke check by Walpole and keeps it in front of her and pushes it into the zone. Great job by Storms. Throws it across ice. Emma Castor, that's on rip.
Gut blocked.
Oh, that was a good pass and shot. KB Aldridge trying to kick it out of the zone, and she does. Jillian Matthews picks it up. Thrown back in by the Comets. Now cleared up now. They're going to head the other way. Puck is cleared up. Ice, and number 23, Megan Rivard, with it, hits it across to Maeve Gilbert. Gilbert loses it to Braylon Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald backhands it, trying to clear the zone, but it is kept in by Megan Rivard. Now Emma Castor in the corner with it. Looking to release it, but she lost it to the front of the net. Great job by Addie Parent picking it up, getting it out of the zone. A lot of disarray here by the Cougar Hawks, and Braylon Fitzgerald is capitalizing on it. She's like all over the...
Yeah, she's usually all over in the offensive zone. She works hard.
Feisty player. Good job by Jillian Matthews going low on that pinch. Kept it in for a little while, but here comes Sophie Bryan. No, that's Miles Bryan. Sorry, Sophie and Miles. Miles gets it in deep. Picked up by Ferraro behind the net. Bryan trying to put pressure on Ferraro. Loses her own edge and falls down. She's slow to get up. Lily Ferraro still going up the boards with it. Gets it deep in the Cougar Hawk zone. Callie Cushion now with it behind the net. Trying to make a move, but Sophie Bryan's there doing a great job keeping her away. Sophie Bryan now with the puck. Throwing it up ice, looking for Mackenzie Rivard. Good job by Castor getting her stick on that. And here's Gabby Frady's picking it up, turning the other way.
She's got ice.
Got plenty of room. She's going to let that one rip. High shot, rebound. High shot right at Gilbert's head. She got her glove on it, knocked it down to her right, and then just kind of fell on it as Frady's charged in for that rebound.
Yeah. Gabby wants that puppy.
She got some hay she's going to have to eat for the next few games. She wants to get 9 goals. I mean, come on, Gavin. She got noticed by the free press twice. Breakout player of the year. That's going to count for 3 goals. Draw to the right side of Ella Gilbert. Kind of controlled by the Comets. Over on the sideboards now. Picked up, thrown out, and here comes number 20, Olivia Brocha with it. Passes it over to Taylor. Taylor throws one in. Jackson just kind of gloves it to the side. And Isabel Stewart picks it up. Curls away from Taylor. Goes back behind the net. Coming up ice. Loses it there in some soft ice or so. But she turns around and catches it back. Oh, that's got to be softer.
Yep.
Oh.
If that was softer, that would have been.
She's got Myra McGinn and Michaela Kucher in front of her with nothing but clear ice. And she tried to do a touch pass off the board, but that touch was more like my kind of touch, and she hammered it up the boards for an icing.
Wow, I don't know if it was your kind of touch, but maybe back in high school.
No, that's how I would have made that pass, too. It would have been a icing, too. Aldridge and Brulette on the draw. Won by Brulette. Stewart comes up, bangs it off the boards, looking for McGinn coming out. McGinn looking for Kucher, but loses it to number 23, Rivard, Megan. A lot of traffic right here, center ice.
The puck's finding skates a lot.
Yeah, that's because people are just getting into passing lanes, doing a great job. Kucher now throwing across ice.
That came out.
That should have been offside right there, but like I said, his dinner must have got bumped back up again. Kucher now, Cushion coming off the boards with it, passes it over to Chatham Brulette, who just lets one rip. Everybody's going for the face mask at Ella Gilbert right now. I think she's got her glove right there. Good hard shot. Brulette gets rid of the puck.
No, she learned that from her mom. Sorry, Brad. Just stating facts.
Draw one by Frady's over to Ferraro. Ferraro back to Stewart. Stewart loses it, but gets it back. She's curled. The Comets got to clear up. Cushion does finally. Oh, no, it's off. Good call on their side. Cougar Hawks coming out. Maeve Gilbert with the puck. Loses it center ice, and Ferraro right there. Pushing it back in. Intercepted here by Cushion. Cushion's got some room. Steps around one. She's got a shot off a light pad. Frady's has it. She's coming back to the blue line. Goes across ice. A little bit too steep to Stewart. Good idea. Stewart dives back in the common zone, picking it up. Throwing it up ice. Off of Ferraro's stick, and it comes back to the Comet end. Stewart picks it up after pressure by Mackenzie Rivard and Miles Bryan. Sophie Bryan, excuse me. Throwing it around behind the net. We got Jillian Smith over there with it. She gets the puck, passes it back to Frady's. Frady's goes around the boards, hitting Ferraro. Ferraro's getting pressured by Tessier. Good job by Tessier keeping the puck in. Comes back to Stewart. Stewart now has it. She's going across again. Bang off the board for Cushing. Cushing touch pass to Frady's. Frady's got some speed coming in the zone. Boy, that was close.
Yeah.
It's an offsides of Ferraro on the other side, but no call. Cougar Hawks come out of the zone with it. A little too strong. All the way back to Jillian Matthews. Sophie Bryan pressuring Matthews. Matthews comes across to Marley Johnson. A little too strong off her stick, but she managed to get a pass up to Chatham Brulette. Chatham going down the boards. Turning. Throws a sauce pass back to Marley Johnson. Throws one in through a crowd. Makes it to the corner. Myra McGinn picking it up. Coming out of the corner. touch passes to Matthews. Matthews should stay a little high on the blue line for that one. Matthews staying in there low. Good job keeping the puck in. Sophie Bryan with it, losing it. Tessier picks it up, going behind the net. Kucher's there for pressure, and Broulette's right there for support. Good job by Kucher. Broulette picks it up. Looking again for a dangerous pass right to the top center for Jillian Matthews, and Sophie Bryan was right there. Goes the length of the ice. Jillian Matthews picks it up. Looking up ice, and she's got Broulette. Broulette up to McGinn, but pass McGinn to Kucher. Kucher to McGinn. Look at nice little touch pass right there. McGinn taking a shot, but it goes off number 3, Bissette's leg pads. Bissette picks it up behind the net, curling around. 22 for the Cougar Hawks. Taylor loses it to Jillian Matthews. Matthews throws one through a crowd, just wide. Comes back around to Marley Johnson. Marley throws one in, getting through the crowd. China Brulette stops her skate, then trying to backhand it, goes wide across. Coming out will be number 22, Taylor. Good pressure right there by Michaela Kucher. Bissette now in the zone, throws one in.
Yeah, there's a penalty.
Jackson holding on to it. Getting a little high traffic area. People are getting they're fighting for some real estate.
Kucher.
Kucher had a couple good bangs in that shift.
Yeah.
Cougar Hawks with 3:52 left are going to go with the power play. 2-2 tie. 2-2. You ever wear one of those?
2-2 now.
I tried it, but
I bet you have wore one.
no, they had to resize it. It was a 4-4. 2-2 wasn't going to fit. Freddy's on a draw with KB.
Was it bright pink?
Oh, it was bright. Goes to the corner, and Castor tries to throw it high off the glass and out, but it gets blocked up by Tessier. But here's Freddy's on that pinch on Tessier and coming out of the ice with it. She's got Walpole to beat, taking her wide. Walpole again with a great poke check, and Freddy's trying to tuck a backhand in. Gilbert goes down, makes a save. Puck comes back to Castor. Castor skating to the side, looking for a hole to shoot through. A lot of bodies there by the Cougar Hawks. Puck clears the zone. Isabel Stewart with it now. Crosses the red line and just sends it deep. Minute 30 left in the power play. Goes all the way down. Tessier there with Freddy's the meter. Up to Gilbert. Gilbert backhands it over to Megan Rivard. Tips back towards the Cougar Hawk zone. Megan Rivard now with the puck. Crossing the blue line. Passes it over to Gilbert. Gilbert throws it in. Jackson makes a save and holds on to it for the whistle.
So we got a minute 10 left in the penalty for the Comets. 3 minutes in the game.
I'll tell you, Joe, that's good. That's good observation on that score.
I know, right?
This is a good game.
This is very back and forth. Timeout.
Timeout called by the Cougar Hawks. And while they do that, I'm going to go right to our sponsors. Let's take a moment to thank our community sponsors that make our live sports coverage possible. Splish Splash Clean and Clear, Northwestern Rehab Services, Notch Vermont, My Healthy Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, Stone's Auto Repair, St. Albans East Fairfield locations, and the Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to help sponsor our live coverage, please reach out to Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV. Check out their website for more details, northwestaccess.tv. We also like to thank our Northwestern Counseling Support Services and the Afterglow Foundation. The two organizations have been working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you're concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on its confidential emergency service line, 802-524-6554, then press 1. Or you can always just call or text, 988. One call, text, or chat can save a life. All right, Joe, what do you see out of this timeout?
For the Cougar Hawks, they just got to get the power play set up. BFA's just got to get it up off the glass and out. Can't be messing around with it in our own end.
No, you're absolutely right. We can't give them any opportunities. Won by the Comets, but they're still messing around in the front. Another little tough shot. Jackson gloves it back, or sticks it to the corner. McGinn in there, leaning hard on number 19, Bunting. Comes back out to the front. Traffic. Jackson dives. Kind of almost lost it, but able to get her glove and pull it in. Mackenzie Rivard was practically getting mugged in there.
She was getting mugged.
Well, I said practically.
No, she was.
I mean, I am a homer.
Hey.
No, Mackenzie's doing a great job in that wrath of arms. Shannon Brulette handles the puck after the draw in the corner with two Cougar Hawks. Trying to go around, but great job right there by the Cougar Hawks. Tessier, it's a Rivard. Throwing it back down deep.
Come on, girls.
Bunting. Now, Sophie Bryan in there with Chad and Brulette. Brulette from her knees keeps it away from Bryan, throws it back around the net. Miles Bryan dives in to pick it up, trying to throw it towards the front of the net. Sophie Bryan with it, throws a soft one there. No room for her to shoot, and again, bumped into her. Sophie looks a little bit winged on that one.
Callie's putting pressure on.
Good pressure. Callie chasing down Miles Bryan. Miles just turns and whips it up the board. It's going to be picked up by number 17, Mackenzie Rivard. Rivard over to Sophie Bryan. Sophie Bryan crossing in the blue line, but 4 Catamounts back checking there in front of her now.
Catamounts?
Comets. Folks, I have not been drinking yet. Callie Cushion coming up ice, steps around Tessier, backhands it past KB over to Frades. Frades gets a little bit too deep. There's going to be a penalty. I believe that is going to go.
Net is off. No, net is off.
Oh, I thought she had her tied up.
Yeah, no, she did, but the net is off.
So Miles Bryan did a great job tying Gabby Frades up. Great pass. I didn't know if that puck was going to get to Gabby.
I didn't think it was.
Shout out to John Lovelet and my sister Kelly Bailey there down in Florida. John says he always knew I was a Cougar. I'm not sure how to take that.
Just Cougar or Cougar Hawk?
He said Cougar.
Oh.
I mean, puck is back up to the blue line. Gets past Matthews. Good job. Good pressure right there by number 23, Megan Rivard. Frades is back there, and Isabel Stewart gets it out of the zone. Tessier with it, throwing it back the other way, and that's going to be an icing.
It should be.
I said that like I knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
You can't roll.
Yeah, no.
And again, dinner plans must get pushed back because Smiley was right on it. His arm came up right across the ice from us. You know who I haven't seen Mark Diso out here more than one game this year. I'd like to see him on the ice. There's a quality ref.
I saw him the other night.
Minute 22 left. Aldridge and Frades on a draw, won by Aldridge, pushed back to Tessier. Tessier going back up the boards to Gilbert. Off Gilbert's stick to Rivard. Megan having a hard time clearing his own, and they don't. Lily Ferraro in there trying to push it past Tessier. Tessier gets her stick on it, keeps it out. KB Aldridge now playing it behind the net. Minute left. Going across ice, looking for number 11, Maeve Gilbert, but it goes back the other way. Now Aldridge now with it again, trying to tip it past the Comet, but
Callie's right there, kept it in.
Cushion. 49 seconds left. Callie Cushion now taking off Tessier's stick, throws one right at Gilbert. You don't want to give Callie Cushion too many shots.
No, she's going to find the back of the net.
Yeah, Lily Ferraro now with it, pops it around the board, just all the way up to Isabel Stewart, who dives down low of the hash. She's got Frades up here on the blue line. She wants to drop it back, but Stewart's having a hard time when she gets in the zone deep. She's got one thought, and it's go to the net. Ferraro's in there helping her. Good wall pole. And Rivard and Mackenzie are just working hard. Oh, a couple bounces right there. A puck out of the corner.
I thought that went off Gilbert's stick and in the back of the net for a minute.
Yeah, the puck came out of the corner and hit a stick and a leg and something. And if Ella Gilbert didn't fall back on her rear end, it was going in.
Yep.
A lot of action. You never know. You got to shoot the puck.
That's the thing. Puck will find eyes.
19 seconds left. What do you think? Pull a goalie?
No.
McGinn on the draw. Had a little bit of a hesitation from the net, but couldn't get a shot off, and the Cougar Hawks come out of the zone with it. Back to Stewart. Stewart just throws it length of the ice. No icing. 5 seconds. You got to be careful on that one, too. You don't want to give a face-off to the Cougar Hawks. Cougar Hawks whip it out of their zone, and that's going to do it for regulation.
We got 5 minutes.
5 minute. 1 5-minute overtime period. So, folks, you've just got some bonus material tonight. You don't have to,
you don't even have to ask for it.
That's right. You want overtime? We'll give you overtime. 6 saves for Ella Gilbert that period. Game total 24.
Number 30, Aaron Jackson, 5 for a game total of 5 and a team total of 14.
Aaron Jackson with 5 saves that period, bringing hers and Anna's combined save total to 14. So pretty close.
30 to 14.
Pretty close.
Pretty close. Dave's doing his math again, guys.
Now, with the BFA defense, I don't expect to see many more than that because the girls do a great job.
Have you guys been outshot at all this year?
Yes. Maybe. I have to wait. Hold on. When you say have we been outshot?
Yeah. Have you been outshot?
Yes. We're on to Colchester.
First game here.
Down there when we beat them, we shut them out.
Yeah.
4-0. Yeah, they put some shots on us, but our defense they just clogged the passing lanes. they take away a lot of shots that are going to the net with their body and block a lot of shots.
Yeah.
And a lot of our forwards are
Defensive-minded.
well, they're girls that were defensemen until this year, and the coach had said, we need you. in another.
Defensive-minded, right?
Yeah, Joe.
Same thing.
You're right, Joe.
Jeez.
You say tomatoes, I say tomatoes. So we got a minute 30. The girls still sitting there getting their last-minute overtime game plans from their coaching staff.
So, overtime. 19 seconds left, I would have put the goalie down there.
Yeah.
Offensive zone.
That's why
Not at the end of regulation.
Oh, for overtime you will.
Overtime I will.
Okay. I mean, because you're already, it all depends on who you go with the draw. If I got 19 seconds left, I'm putting Gabby Frady's or Chatham Roulette on the draw.
I'm putting Chatham, Gabby, Cushing up front. And then you got two centers out there, so if one does get kicked out because they're not set properly, at least you have another backup.
I'd put Frady's on the draw, Chatham Roulette at the 7 spot, 7 o'clock on the circle, and then across the blue line I would have Stewart, McGinn, and Matthews, and then just drop the puck and go.
Yeah.
And you'd have Cushion out there, obviously, up with the Roulette and Frady's, and just give it a whirl because I think they would have done a real good job holding that puck in.
Yeah, no, I mean you could, if they were down by one, yes, I would most definitely.
Yeah.
Tied game, you're going to overtime.
That's why I'm not coaching. I mean, so we got Abby Bunting on the draw with Chatham Roulette.
New setup for overtime, huh?
Yeah, Michaela Kuchar on far side, and they're looking to go to her, but it gets to McGinn. McGinn backhands it in deep. Kuchar, McGinn, and Roulette putting a lot of pressure right off low in the zone. Castor pinching in low. Oh, did you see that?
That went in.
I guess you saw it. Puck tied up right on the goal line in the corner, and Chatham Roulette. It's Chatham. Chatham just whips a hard shot right across the goal line and hit the back of, I'm assuming, Ella Gilbert's left leg, and then in the net. Game over.
Game over.
17 seconds of overtime. Well, folks, I promised you 5 minutes. We only gave you 17 seconds. My wife had that same promise a lot of times, and this is the way it happens. But great win by the Comets. Awesome skate. Here goes Chatham with the easy button. Oh, there we go. The girls going through the handshakes. Great effort by the Cougar Hawk.
Yeah, no, they played well tonight. They stayed in this game the whole game. They didn't give up. They scored the first goal, took the lead. Comets bounced back both times, but I tell you what.
Yeah, every single one of the Cougar Hawks that hit the ice today played hard and played aggressive, and they did a great job.
If I would hate to play that team in the playoffs.
Yes, teams like that, definitely, because they're sleepers. I mean,
yeah.
And they've got nothing but pride to play for.
Yeah, no, and they do a great job playing the whole ice.
Yeah.
All three zones, they're tight. They do a very good job. That team, I would hate to play them in the playoffs. I would. Yeah. I would not want to see them in the first round.
And in Vermont high school hockey, everybody's in.
Yeah.
So you've got a great effort by the Cougar Hawks. Coming up into the Comet zone here at the complex. The Comets had to battle, come out from adversity. Anna Herbert got the start, played solid 2 periods, and then they capped it off with Jackson in the net for the third period in the overtime session. And it was a great game.
No, it was a well-played game by both teams. Comets just had a little more jump in their step in the third period in overtime. It caused a lot of havoc for the Cougars in their own zone. Like, they pressured the puck heavy. And they were poised with the puck in the offensive zone, too. And the Cougars just couldn't figure out what to do when they were in their zone.
Yeah.
They were tossing the puck up quite a bit. And I don't think I've ever seen a puck go in the skates as many times as I have in that third period.
Oh, there was a lot of opportunities.
It was a lot of pucks going into the skates. But, yeah, that Cougar Hawk team, they're going to be deadly come playoffs.
Yeah.
I would not want to play them.
They're peaking at the right time of the year. Comets have had the last couple games where they had a hard time finding that little 4-foot section called the net. They got to work on that. A little target practice might help.
Yeah.
Maybe I could step in and practice and just stand in front of the net because I guarantee they'll hit the net at that point. I mean, who doesn't want to shoot at me? I mean,
I'd be surprised.
I'd
be surprised.
I'm almost as good as that blue guy that got down in the corner.
Goalie Bob.
Yeah. So Joe and I have got one more game, regular season here, that we can come on air, and then after that, it's going to be playoffs, and the Comets will likely be seeded in the top 3. So we're guaranteed a game or 2 here, and
Yeah, hopefully.
hopefully we can get to the Big Barn. But thanks for tuning in, folks. We really appreciate having you here. I'm going to shout out to our sponsors one more time, and let's take a moment to thank our community sponsors that make our live sports coverage possible. Splish Splash Clean and Clear, Northwest Rehab Services, Notch, Vermont, My Healthy Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, Stone's Auto Repair, St. Albans East Fairfield location, and Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to help sponsor our live coverage, please reach out to Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV. Check out their website for more details, northwestaccess.tv. We also like to thank Northwestern Counseling and Support Services and the Afterglow Foundation. The 2 organizations have been working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you are concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on its confidential emergency service line, 802-524-6554. Then press 1, or you can always just call or text 988. One call, text, or chat can save a life. So moving forward, Joe, I think the Comets they're doing what they got to do to get the wins, but they got to do something a little bit more to start separating.
Well, that's the thing, and as you're reading the sponsors off, they gotta separate themselves from the rest of the field. You look at Burlington Colchester, that team separates themselves for the most part, except for probably against the Comets. But the Comets need a little more energy. They had it for the most part for all 3 periods tonight, but there was a little glimpse, and CVU MMU capitalized, and that's how they got their 2 goals. Is the Comets weren't running on all cylinders.
Yeah.
And I think if the Comets run on all cylinders, they're a team that could make great things happen, and when that does, look out for the rest of the schools in D1.
Right. It's going to be a great. The playoffs are going to be a great time. I mean, there's a lot of good teams out there.
Well, you got one team separated by wins and losses, record-wise, but really, are they really separated in the top 4?
No, the thing is disparity of scheduling too. Some of them may not play as tough a schedule.
Right.
Burlington Colchester plays a pretty decent schedule. And,
they don't go too light. Spalding is light this year because they were category that's D2 at first.
They were category D2. They got scheduled as a D2 team, and then they said no, D1. And so they've had a hard time getting a lot of tough games. But Monday, Spalding travels to Letty Park and plays, I think, Letty Park. I'm not sure. Burlington Colchester might go to Spalding. But either way, Spalding and Burlington Colchester play Monday. And then Burlington Colchester has to load back up on Wednesday to play us at Letty. So
Letty's a big ice surface, too.
2 tough games for them in a short time.
Right.
And we'll see what happens. Hopefully the Comets can come out fired up.
If you can get them running on all cylinders in all 3 zones for all 3 periods, I think you'll be all set.
We're 1-1 with them this year, so this will be the rubber match. But, folks, I can't thank you enough for tuning in and listening to Joe and I babble along about hockey.
Yep.
And with Hunter on the camera, we really appreciate it. Northwest appreciates your patronage. And we can't wait to see you again. Our next time you'll see us will be the senior game for the Comets versus the Kingdom Blades at 5:30.
Last game of the year.
Last game of the year.
Regular season game.
Yeah. I won't be in the booth right at the start because I'm going to be going on the ice with my daughter. She's getting recognized as a senior player, and hopefully I won't fall on the ice.
Well, they put a carpet out, so you should have traction.
That carpet's not going to be big enough for all of us. I mean,
you got the whole crew, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to hold my mom up, or she's going to hold me. You guys all watch from home, and you just let me know who's holding who up out there. But I can tell you, I'm not going down alone if I go. But we'll catch up with you guys on the 26th. If before that, then great, because I might be able to jump over into Highgate and help out those guys if they are in need. I think someone's been sick, so I'm on the call list. I'm on the reserve list right now.
You're on the call list.
We'll see. I'd love to go up and try a game here because I guarantee when I go home I'm going to be 10 pounds heavier.
Yeah, Well, the thing about there, is they have a ladder you actually got to climb, not like step ladder, like a step here.
I know enough people, they might bring it up to me.
You might need an elevator. If you get food up there, you're probably going to need an elevator coming down.
Yeah, well, it's worth that. Putin is worth it. You guys all have a good night, and I'm going to be out on a town here in St. Albans. So,
oh, boy.
Just
Look
like,
out, St. Albans.
As Mike Manahan hides a T-shirt there for his little St. Albans promotion. If you can find Dave Jackson tonight, you can buy him a beer. So, you guys have a great night. Joe, thanks a lot.
Hey, no problem. Thank you.